Is Vegas Nonstop with
Jonathan Scott.
Hey, Jonathan Scott,
and
welcome to Vegas Nonstop. That's right, we're Vegas Nonstop, sponsored by Alien Tequila. That's right, there's an abduction in every bottle.
An abduction in every bottle.
Apparently, our brother Eddie Griffin, our undercover brother Eddie Griffin, came up with that title. An abduction in every bottle.
So, I love Eddie Griffin.
Yeah, we love Eddie Griffin.
I know Eddie drinks. He drinks champagne with tequila.
Oh, that's right.
That's his Eddie Griffin drink. Thank you.
He performs at our sister theater, at the Sax Theater.
Yeah.
So I'm here with entertainment director and all-around great guy, Lorenzo Clark.
Hi, everybody.
Who is kind of the ringleader here at Ahern Luxury Boutique Hotel, which is a mouthful. I always get
on Sahara, across from Sahara.
Open floor plan, mid-century modern.
300 West Sahara, I think, to be specific.
Free parking.
And free parking, that's
We'll
right.
get to all the amenities.
And no resort fees.
And next to Lorenzo, our friend and co-host, Enoch Augustus Scott.
Yes, Enoch!
Star of Zombie Burlesque at the David Sachs Theater.
Well, at the V Theater, Planet Hollywood,
V
Miracle
Theater.
Mile.
Yes.
David Sachs.
Around the corner from the Sax Theater, where Eddie plays.
That's
Oh,
right.
is it Planet Hollywood now?
Yeah. He does the big theater, the Vegas, Vegas the show, that theater.
Yeah, that's a great show.
It used to be the
Like-
Steve
like-
Lyric showroom.
Oh, remember those days?
Yes.
Hey, shout out to Steve Wyrick.
Oh, please.
Is he alive? With the Tigers?
I don't know. God bless him.
Tigers
God bless him.
and Bears. So yeah, we are at the Ahern Luxury Boutique Hotel. Sitting next to Enoch, Donnie. What's your last name, Donnie?
It's just
Donnie.
Donnie.
Just one name.
Just Donnie.
One
She's
name.
She's
like
one name.
Cher.
Like Cher.
Yeah,
Look at
Like Cher,
Yeah.
just
Oh my
Donnie.
God. I knew we were.
Yeah, in
Anyway,
sync.
Cher's my queen.
Yeah, and next to Cher's your queen.
My makeup
Welcome
girl.
to
As you
Game
can
of
see,
Thrones.
no makeup. By the end, there'll be makeup.
And next to
Abby.
Donnie is Abby May.
That's right.
Abby May Beauty.
Abby May Beauty.
M-A-E or M-A-Y?
ABIEMAE. No Y's.
No whys. We don't need to say
Some
why.
time in L.A.
We're wise enough.
You gotta change your spelling of your name if you live in L.A.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
right, Lorenzo?
That's why I had to move.
L-O-R-R-R-R-E-N-Z-O-O-O.
That's right. Hyphen Zo.
So we're a work in progress. Abby May is going to be doing Donnie's makeup as an actual demonstration during the podcast today.
You'll see the metamorphosis.
Hopefully you like us well enough to share us. So we're going to find out first from Lorenzo what's going on here at A Star's comedy show here at the Ahern Boutique.
That's right, here in the Ahern Live showroom. We have the Ahern Live showroom, which is a beautiful little jewel of a cabaret, just 125 seats, and we do some of the most amazing shows right here. Of course, Sunday through Wednesday, we have King of Diamonds. That's our Neil Diamond tribute show. With
I said.
That's right.
I cried.
To no one there.
What's your favorite Neil Diamond song?
Well, Brooklyn Roads always makes me cry.
Mine's the Turn on the Heart Light.
Oh, yeah.
E.T. song.
That E.T.
But
song
not the
is great.
unofficial.
That's right.
He just was so moved by the movie that he decided to write his own song.
Yes, Donnie.
Mine is I am the moon, you are the sun. I am the moon.
I am the words you ever done when you shoot me.
Play me, play me. Oh,
I am the...
Abby, have a favorite Neil Diamond song? Like,
I'm too young.
She's
You're
too
too
young.
young.
Sweet Caroline. That's everybody's...
Oh, Sweet Caroline's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Neil
That's
Diamond.
my
See,
favorite
there you
one.
go, Neil Diamond. Yeah, Sweet Caroline, Song Sung Blue, Brother Love's Traveling Salvation Show.
What's the one about the cherry?
Everywhere around the world,
Cherry.
Look
we're coming to America. That's right. There's a big patriotic.
Well, now you don't
finale.
need to see the show. We've just
No,
given you.
it's a great show, live band on stage, etc. That's Sunday through Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday we have our A Stars comedy show. That's the best of TV stand-up, magic, and variety. And boy, have we got a whole
we were
gaggle of.
supposed to have Rondell Sheridan, but he
Yes.
drives an electric car evidently,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's stuck in Barstow or somewhere.
In Yermo. He's charging his car in Yermo, and he'll be here. Rondell Sheridan, of course, from the TV show That's So Raven.
That's
Bob-
tonight, 8 o'clock, right?
That's right, 8 o'clock.
And it's spin-off Corey in the House.
That's right. So 8 o'clock.
And he's a maker of short films.
Yes, he is. And he's a great stand-up comic. Aside from his acting, he is really, really one of the great funny comedians. Go
You're
back.
no slouch yourself, sir.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Hosted
Yeah.
the MC. Lorenzo is the MC of the comedy show
Right.
here. Comedy and magic, and Donnie does comedy and magic as well, in case you couldn't tell.
That's right. That's
I'm
right.
the feature act tonight.
That's right.
With Lorenzo, we do a magic comedy act.
That's right.
And but mostly my job is to have lots of costumes and makeup.
There we go.
Abby May Beauty.
That's
We used
right.
to do the thing with makeup, and you get hit in the face.
Right.
Burl.
Yeah,
Milton
yeah.
Berle.
I love it.
And then,
I love
of
it.
course, they brought it back on HR Puffin stuff.
Was that
What you
was
do.
that a cartoon?
That's true.
HR, Puff
Right,
and Stuff.
right.
Who's your friend when things get rough?
Skid Croft.
Sid and Marty Krofft.
Sid Marty Krofft.
That's
Yeah, a
right.
friend of mine was
Yeah.
a puppet master with those guys.
He's on Instagram.
Yeah, Sid Krofft is out there.
One of
Yeah.
them just passed away. His
His brother, yeah.
Yeah.
Marty, right?
Yeah, Marty.
Marty Croft.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
Sid-
Sid's
Sid-
all over Instagram.
Lidsville was the
DC
best.
Cab was another one. Which one?
Lidsville.
Lidsville.
That was great. Which
They were hats.
Yeah, Charles Nelson Riley.
Charles Nelson Riley.
That guy. He was a wizard. Oh, he was a magician.
He was the
Were
magician.
you ever on
Exactly,
Hollywood
yeah.
Squares?
I was never on Hollywood Squares. I certainly would have loved to have been. And but we just had Willie Tyler and
Remember
Lester
when
here. and
Shadow
he was on
Stevens
Hollywood.
was a big
yes,
deal?
that was the reboot with Whoopi Goldberg. We had
Yeah,
Whoopi
yeah,
Goldberg
yeah.
in the center square.
And Shadow Stevens
Yeah.
would be down on the right.
That's right, Shadow Stevens.
Whatever happened to
Stevens.
Shadow? If you're out there, please.
He's out
get in
there.
touch.
Shadow's out.
Didn't he start as an announcer?
Yeah, he started as an announcer and eventually became so famous as an announcer that he got himself a square of his own.
Well, I think
Who
fame is
was
a relative
Peter
term.
Lecoq?
But I saw, I think it's a different movie.
We had to
Okay.
change his name. No,
Pete
from
Lecoq? Peter Marshall.
Peter Marshall.
Oh,
but
Peter
his-
Marshall,
He
yeah.
actually played for the Cubs. He played first base for the
right.
Yeah,
Cubs.
he was
But his
the
real name was
original.
Peter Lecoq,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
right, as in Rooster.
And then he changed it to Richard the Dick.
Richard Von Lesbian was Dick Von Dyke.
yeah, right, exactly.
But I loved Hollywood Squares. And I remember the original one with Paul Lynde. Did somebody mention Paul Lynde? And
That was Sammy.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I
he,
actually used to
Oh,
watch that.
Abby knows Paul.
he was
Lynde.
arrested in Utah.
he
Oh,
was
for
arrested
what?
in Utah
For what?
I didn't read the article.
for being gay.
I just like the title. The night Paul Lynde was arrested.
Arrested.
In Utah.
You know, you still can't order a double drink in Utah?
Wow.
You can't order a drink without food in Utah, right?
Oh, is that true, really?
Yeah, you have to order food.
That's why.
I
That's why
know,
they put
I
the
know.
olive in the martini.
Now I know why we've never been to Utah.
Are you OCD?
Sometimes.
Just like the square and say, no, sir. Thank you. Wait a second. This is off by just a...
I like to
I
make a
wish
little
you were-
display for our people.
I wish you were like that at home.
Yeah, right. Well, there you go.
I watched Neil Brennan's stand-up comedy last night. But back to Hollywood Squares. Charlie Weaver is probably my favorite.
Oh yeah, Charlie
Remember
Weaver.
Charlie Weaver?
Oh, yeah.
Candace Bergen's dad?
No, that was
Edgar Bergen. That was
And
Edgar
what was the
Bergen and
puppet
Charlie
called?
McCarthy.
Oh, okay, I was close.
And Mortimer Snerd. Mortimer Snerd.
I was close.
Madam Flowers and Wade and
Yeah.
Wade.
Yeah,
they were-
yeah.
When they were on...
But
Yeah.
Charlie
Yeah.
Weaver was related to Sylvester Weaver, who was another original television executive, and then Sigourney Weaver.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so there was that whole Weaver.
They're the Weavers.
Yeah, they were the Weavers.
And
Meet the Weavers.
this has been another edition of people from the past that no one else
Do you
remembers.
remember?
I didn't even. I thought there was only one Weaver. Sigourney, Alien.
That's
Yeah,
right.
No, but it brings us
Alien
back to
and
the
Tequila.
sponsor.
Go
This
ahead.
is back to the 30s.
Oh.
Abduction in
back to that.
every glass. Next week we'll have glasses,
Yeah, no, we're working up to the big tequila tasting.
and maybe our
That's coming up.
headline.
Yeah, in fact, September 16th. I should mention this. September 16th, which is the real Mexican Independence Day. We are having a Mexican Independence Day fiesta, sponsored by Alien Tequila, right here at the Ahern Hotel, starring Paul Rodriguez.
Muy caliente.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
yeah,
Oh, I saw that he was coming. I
Yeah,
like
so
him
Paul
too.
Rodriguez will be here on the actual Mexican Independence Day, because a lot of people think that Cinco de Mayo is Mexican
No, that's
Independence
just
Day.
white
and it's
people
not.
trying
Right,
to
exactly. That's
eat
the gringo
nachos.
holiday.
Yeah.
The real Mexican Independence Day is September 16th.
He's
So,
not really Mexican though.
oh, Mexican American, yeah.
Hey,
He's-
Lorenz
he's
and Jonathan. And
from East LA.
should I tell him my Paul Rodriguez story real fast?
Sure.
Take your
yeah.
time.
Okay, so in the 80s, I did a movie called Made in America with Whoopi Goldberg and Ted Danson when they were dating.
Okay.
And Paul Rodriguez was in the movie too. I was a model at the time, so it was like a Cal Worthington scene that I was in.
Now, for those
Ted-
kids that didn't live in L.A., Cal Worthington was a car dealer who did the song,
Right,
if you're
with
looking
animals.
for adventure, go see Cal.
Right.
That's right.
If you're looking for a new car,
If
go
you're
see-
looking for a better set of wheels, I will stand upon my head to make a deal. I will stand upon my head till my ears are turning red. Go see Cal, go see Cal, go see
No,
Cal.
Lorenzo never
right.
steals
So
my-
in the
my,
movie, there was a Cal Worthington type character, you know, Slick Sid or
Yeah.
whatever was the name of the character.
Slick Willie.
Yeah, whatever his name was. And I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
But it's a Paul Rodriguez story.
Right, so Paul Rodriguez was in the movie called Made in America. And,
Were you
and
two ever married?
No, but
You kind of
she
talk
keeps,
like a married
she
couple.
keeps asking me that. Okay.
To marry her? Back to the movie, Donnie. Okay, so what was your part in the movie?
Well, I was in the commercial with the car dealer, but Paul Rodriguez, we were all on the set for 6 weeks. Paul Rodriguez was a comedian, and I was thinking about, do I want to be a model, an actress, a comedian, whatever. And he said, just talk, and when people laugh, write it down, and before you know it, you'll have an act. And here I am, 40 years later at the Ahern.
And so is Paul Rodriguez. September
Right.
16th.
She sounded a little angry about it. We got help from Hollywood Express. Okay, so Rondell Sheridan is tonight and tomorrow night.
Yes.
Stuck in Barstow or somewhere near there
Yeah.
right now.
He'll be here tonight,
We're still going to play Truth or Brown
Friday
Sugar.
night, and tomorrow night, Saturday night, right here at the Ahern Luxury Boutique Hotel on Sahara, across from Sahara.
Now, I haven't seen everybody on the list, but I certainly have seen Paul Rodriguez.
Next to the world's biggest
I've
singer.
Yeah, well,
actually
let's talk about Bob Gelb. Several Tonight Show appearances. He used to be one of the top headliners over at the Laugh Factory when it was over there, when the Tropicana existed. In fact, we had requests from the Moore Show. He's going to be on TV here locally on the Channel 5, Fox 5 show. David Gable just recently was on the Huckabee Show, one of the great jugglers of all time. He came out of Southern California with the Long Beach Mystics.
So is my accountant.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then he's really developed into a great stand-up comedian. So he's kind of a shorter guy, and he says stuff like, I used to work at a men's big and tall shop. My job was to make men look big and tall. That kind of stuff.
He is kind of this big.
Yeah. He's a really in fact, one of his lines is, he goes, I represent the Lollipop Guild. So
Very short.
Yeah, would be the diminutive, would be diminutive in stature. But just a really funny observational comedian and juggler with everyday objects.
What's the deal with juggling?
Well,
What's the deal?
It's an allied art form of magic,
This is good with
and we love jugglers because
I like when you say that in your show also, because a lot of people don't really consider mentalists and jugglers as in the magic world, if you
yes,
will.
but
It's all carny BS. But I must say, of all the creepy artistic endeavors, the jugglers are generally speaking the least creepy.
right.
Like
And
it
that's-
goes like,
and that's why they work.
it goes ventriloquists are the most creepy.
Yes.
Magicians are creepy.
Yes.
And then jugglers are so creepy, but they're not as creepy.
Right.
They're actually
What
kind of
about
sexy
mentalists?
sometimes.
Right. They're also
Mentalists are creepy AF. They're actually lower than the ventriloquists because they're trying to mess with your mind and stuff. No offense, Jerry McCambridge, congratulations.
Right. No,
God, you're a new star and stuff. But I'm
we
here
got
to tell you,
we got Jay Johnson and Bob from Soap. They're coming out. Great ventriloquist act.
creepy.
We just had Willie
Mark
Tyler.
Merchant.
Willie Tyler. We just had Mark Merchant. So we love ventriloquists. We love jugglers.
Just
we
don't
love,
let them near.
Creepier the
we love
better.
Don't let them
magicians.
near your kids.
We love
Creepier the
magicians.
better.
I
and
still want to go to
jugglers.
the Magic Castle. I've never been to the Magic
never been?
Oh
Magic
yeah!
Castle.
Wow, you have to come. Yeah, the Magic Castle.
It's not worth going unless you're going to see Dove and what's his name,
Yeah.
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger and Dove.
I don't know.
If they're
What's
not,
your
it's
name?
like the
Oh,
oldest
Jack-
magic duo in the world.
Yeah, Jack and Dove are the Jack is his real name, or that's his
Wait,
first
it's
name.
not Goldfinger?
Jack Goldfinger. He talks like this. He says, Dove's the moon, and I am the sun, and the moon has no light of its own. It reflects the light of the sun. We are one in the universe.
Shout out to Jack.
I guess I don't have to go now.
Yeah, no, Jack
you have
Jack
to
is
go.
actually the current entertainment director at the Magic Castle.
Oh, okay.
So he and I are longtime kindred spirits, and the fact that he's the entertainment director
come
there,
over on the
and I'm the
honest-
entertainment director here, is pretty cool for both of us. And
Well,
for the
two
Magic
other
Castle
things I want to mention
and the
about
Ahern
the
Hotel.
Ahern, even though
Great
Ryan's
branch of the
not
Magic
here,
Castle.
great classical piano player.
Yes.
I say
So
penis,
Ryan,
it comes out penis. but-
right. Ryan Ahern, one of the owners of the
September
hotel, is truly one of the great instrumentalists, and he also sings a bit and plays harmonica. He's a multi-instrumentalist.
And he's got a big
but
show coming up, right,
Big
downstairs?
show.
September 1st.
Yes, September 1st. So that's Labor Day weekend. That's the Sunday of Labor Day weekend. And we've got a big stage downstairs, center stage. That
It's
we're starting
actually
to do
super
shows.
cool. It's
Yeah.
actually it's a really great. They've got this like octagonal stage in the middle of the room. It's very wide open floor plan. But it looks like a really great place to play. It really does.
Yeah, it's
Is it a dinner show?
Yes. Well, no. It's going to be an after-dinner show. So we're encouraging people to come for dinner in the Chop House. That's Joel's Chop House, our 5-star steakhouse here on the property.
I was going to get to Chef Joel.
Yeah, and then we also have Adamo Cucina d'Italia, Pizzeria Suprema, which is a beautiful Italian restaurant. We also do breakfast, lunch, and brunches on the weekends. But two great dinner options, and then after dinner, come and see the show at the Ahern.
And tickets are on Eventbrite.
Tickets are on Eventbrite for the Ryan Ahern show.
Ryan
Really
Ahern.
for all the shows. But if you're coming to see the A-Stars comedy show, we appreciate if you go to Vegas.com and get your tickets. Get your
And
tickets
then I'll
to
be
Vegas.
back in September with Dana Daniels.
That's right.
What are you doing?
Another great magician who works with a parrot. So now where do you
I'll be back in
where do you
September
put
with Dana
magician
Daniels.
that works with a parrot, but the parrot is not a ventriloquist; it's a live parrot.
But it's an Italian
I
parrot.
have to recuse myself because one of my best friends is Jason Bird.
Well, there you go.
Oh, we love Jason Bird.
Not Byrne, but
Well,
Bird.
Bird. Oh, we love Jason
And
Bird too.
his doves lived at my house for a while. So.
Oh, aren't they cute?
They ran away.
No, he came and got them. No, I was storing his birds for him. Yes, that sound.
It sounds just like that.
Yeah,
Go to Hollywood Squares.
well, this is a fun story on how I learned to do that sound. Right. So when Lance Burton first got hey, shout out to Lance. Hey,
Magician Lance Burton.
Master magician Lance
Master
Burton,
magician.
who's currently on tour with a big tour bus.
Oh, he's
Has
back working.
Yeah, he bought the farm literally in Kentucky where he's from,
Kentucky, yeah.
and now he has a
With
tour
Matt
bus.
King.
I heard he
Yeah.
just bought a farm.
Yeah, he has a tour bus, and it's a beautiful tour bus with a big dove on the side of it. And he goes around and does the Indian casinos.
You know, he was married to Melinda.
Yes, I know that he was married to Melinda. I was at the wedding.
Shut up!
I was at the wedding.
Melinda, First Lady of Magic, you know I love
That's
you.
right. Hey, Mindy. I knew Mindy when she was a dancer in the Beyond Belief show.
Oh, wow.
With Siegfried and Roy.
Oh, wow.
And
I
I
was
believe
on Lance's
she
bowling
started there at 19. You know.
I was on Lance's
Very good.
bowling team
Yeah.
for years
Yeah.
for the Nevada SPCA.
Well, I love that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, and Lance does a lot of great work with charities for
Great
animals.
guy. Him and Matt King.
Yeah, etc. Anyway, so Lance, when he first moved here, he had a house that he bought on Seville and Flamingo, and we called it Camp Burton because it had this sunken living room, and a lot of magicians would come and literally sleep on the couch, and it was great early days of the Lance Burton legacy in Las Vegas, and but I was lucky enough to get the third bedroom. So there's the master bedroom that was Lance's. Second bedroom was the aviary where they kept all the birds.
Oh my God!
So the master
Must have been
bedroom was
awful.
way at one end of the house, and then up for this part of the house was bedroom 2 and 3, one of which was the bird room, and I'm in the room next door. And so the first time that I woke up, like at 6 a.m. and I was drinking back in those days, and then here comes the hangovers and the birds they start nonstop with the sunrise, and they keep going. So it was. Quite an interesting adventure with the bird room, but that's how I learned to do the.
That's a fascinating story.
It's a fascinating story brought to you by Alien Tequila.
I was just
and
thinking,
by the way, it's pretty good in the coffee.
I was thinking to myself earlier that I hope future archaeologists find this recording.
Yes.
It will give them so much insight into the past.
We do want to talk about
into the history of Las Vegas.
I think Gallagher was on Hollywood Squares.
Yes, Gallagher was on Hollywood Squares.
So
absolutely,
I got to see Carrot Top. Some friends were visiting from Palm Springs, the desert,
Fancy.
and they wanted to go see Carrot
Were they
Top.
gay?
And
Yeah.
I haven't seen Carrot Top. No, but they're willing to learn. and at the end, and Carrot Top has changed the end of his show now after years and years, and he pays homage to Gallagher.
Yes.
And for years, there was kind of that little riff thing going on that people would say, "Oh, you stole Gallagher's act because you're a prop comic." But Carrot Top's so much more than a prop comic.
Right.
Well, he's
And-
a humanitarian.
No, he's a great guy and a great act, and I love the fact that he's paying homage to Leo Gallagher. That was Gallagher's first name, Leo.
Now, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know they weren't the same person, but isn't Doug Henning and Gallagher just the same person?
Actually, if you talk about
Were they ever in the
That's
same
a
room at the
magic-
same time?
If you talk about the comedy tragedy masks, the theater masks, you could literally put
Happy and sad.
you could literally put Doug Henning as the mysterious one and Gallagher as the crazy one or the funny one.
You think Doug Henning was mysterious? It seemed like
well, because the Saturday Night Live interpretation of Doug Henning plays him that way, but in real life he was very into transcendental meditation and
who wasn't back then?
and in the era, the guy who you're thinking of as being into the real
Who
magic.
wore the blue overalls
and he's
with
wearing,
the rainbow?
And he's wearing blue overalls
That's Doug
with the
Henning,
rainbow.
right?
Yes, exactly.
Robin
It was Doug
Williams.
Henning. It was Doug Henning. Well, Robin Williams had the rainbow suspenders.
What did Gallagher wear?
Right, Robin
Right,
Williams.
right. Gallagher wore stripes.
Yes.
and a hat that
like
he
a
would
bowler.
that he would pull off, and he was bald on the top. And he
Yeah.
would say, "Never let your mom brush your hair when she's mad at your dad."
And then
Because that's how he got bald.
Gallagher's
Those were the funny
brother
lines,
sued
yeah.
him, or he sued his brother, or the
Well, yeah. So
was
right,
that.
right. So the brother,
You've got stories.
the brother started going out in the comedy zones, which was a huge series of clubs across the southern United States, literally from West Virginia down to the Bahamas and then across to the Mississippi and the bayous of Louisiana. And I mean, they were all over the South. And that's where Carrot Top started. And Gallagher, who of course saw this young guy coming up doing similar style of act, said, hey, I'm going to put my brother out there doing Gallagher 2. And he called himself Gallagher 2. And he would go out and do the bits that Gallagher wasn't doing anymore as part of his act, and he would headline the comedy clubs. So there was a rivalry between Gallagher 2 and Carrot Top.
I love that
okay?
you catch every word. I love
And the funny thing was that originally, because Gallagher put himself out there and sponsored the brother and gave the brother permission, and then the brother started doing stuff out of Gallagher's act that he didn't have permission to do, and then it became a big fight between
Gallagher 1 and Gallagher 2.
Gallagher 1 and Gallagher 2.
Wow.
Exactly.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is that why Carrot Top worked out so much? Is because he was afraid he was going to get jumped by Gallagher 1 and Gallagher 2?
Well, we all have Gallagher stories.
Anything's possible.
No, we do not. Gallagher story. What a ridiculous thing.
I know Lorenzo's got a Gallagher story, and I've got a couple.
Well, back in the last century, Gallagher had this huge warehouse. He was still living in the valley in Sherman Oaks, and he had this huge warehouse with all the props from his TV specials. He'd done like 13 specials, and each one had the Copperfield warehouse, similar to the Copperfield warehouse, and just unbelievable. You know, the alligator shoes made out of fake alligators, and the bicycle you drive around with a car door, you know, just the one door, and you see all the just different gags and stuff, you know. And so in Gallagher's office, he had a very interesting flower vase, and when he turned around, it was actually a bomb. So we spent an afternoon there and playing with all the props, and it was just like one of those magical times with me and a few other comedians. And we just had the best time, like in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, hanging out in Gallagher's warehouse.
Any bomb was technically a base.
Surely. Sure.
You need it, Kleenex, you're gonna cry.
It's a beautiful day.
Well,
That was back in the last century.
Cry.
That was back in the last century.
And then he would smash the pumpkins.
Watermelon.
Yes.
Watermelon.
That's Billy Corgan. Smashing Pumpkins is a different show.
From the great city of Chicago, by the way.
So here's how you know that Carrot Top didn't steal his act from Gallagher, because there was an act called Rip Taylor. So before there was ever Gallagher, there was Rip Taylor.
Well, a lot of people don't know that Kane was actually the first pop.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how he got his name.
For you kids at home who don't know, Rip Taylor was also on Hollywood Squares.
Yes.
And he had the wig.
Yeah.
Morton,
Yeah.
He was on Sigmund the Sea Monster.
Yes.
And
yes.
played the genie
Yes.
on Sigmund the Sea Monster.
Yeah. So
Another Sid Marty Krofft.
yes. So Rip Taylor used to do a bit where he'd come out with a bag of confetti and he'd sing "Happy Days Are Here Again" and he'd throw confetti. Right. So I was working
Number
on
one political song, I just found out.
See, I was working for the Magic Castle every year, because the Magic Castle is the clubhouse for the Academy of Magical Arts. So we have the Academy of Magical Arts Award show.
There was just they had to convene the board recently to
Yeah.
excommunicate.
Oh, yeah, before he saw Chuck, God bless him.
The Wizards.
I hope you get more publicity out of it that way. Yeah.
Well, he was on every station, and we made it in the newspaper
That's right.
that he was
That's
banned
right.
from the Magic Castle.
That man is a marketing genius.
That's right.
The Wizard Council got together.
Yes, exactly. So every year they do a big
Arrested
award show.
Development.
They do a big award show. It used to be at the Beverly Wilshire in Beverly Hills, and all kinds of celebrities would present awards and such. And so this one year, Rip Taylor was presenting, but he said that he would not do his act, and he would, because he wouldn't have money. But you believe in free speech, you're given one. Okay, so he said he would not throw confetti, and he would not do his act. So I secretly got a bag of confetti from the Hollywood Magic Store on Hollywood Boulevard, and I got the sheet music from Hollywood Sheet Music for "Happy Days Are Here Again," and I gave it to Vince Hauser, who was the orchestra leader when there was an orchestra pit. I mean, we were talking about again the last century. And I gave out the music, and when they introduced Rip Taylor, they played "Happy Days Are Here Again," and then I literally stood up and handed him this bag of confetti, and he started throwing it around, and then he did like 10 minutes, because now he was into the act.
Like any performer.
Yeah, right.
He would make us too paid.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Rip's tops and Rip's lids. Rip's lids. What he was called.
Rick's tops are entirely.
Oh, really?
You're actually in charge of.
As opposed to Rip's bottoms.
Yeah.
Hello.
I don't know.
Hey,
My
look at
Gallagher story.
tequila.
It goes good in coffee, by the way. My Gallagher story is that he was on the Morning Blend with me, and that's how I met him.
and we got to be friends. And he wanted to do a Gallagher slot machine. And my friend John, who invented sports wagering on the smartphone, said he would take a meeting with Gallagher. And I said, okay, I'm a little short on time. I have an hour, and Gallagher could be a little long in the tooth. So I'm going to give it an hour. So we go to the meeting, and Gallagher starts doing push-ups on the conference table and tells everybody in the gaming industry that they were idiots and they didn't know what they were talking about. I said I had to leave, and he was there for 8 hours.
Wow.
He was there for 8 hours, took pictures with everybody, 8 hours, queered the deal. It never happened at all.
Excuse me? What was that expression?
Screwed the deal.
Weird
Screwed
the
the
deal?
You never heard of queered the deal?
Weird the deal?
The LGBT
You're getting
deal.
canceled. You're getting canceled.
And then during the
Brett is
pandemic,
already mad at me because I called Marjorie Taylor Greene a man.
I think you just added costuming.
so during the pandemic, beautiful girlfriend Melissa reminded me that we were sitting on the couch watching TV, and the phone rings, and I show it to her, and it's Gallagher. It says Gallagher on the phone. She's like, "Gonna take it?" Yeah, I take it.
Is that her picture of a watermelon?
So no, he wanted to do a slot machine. This was before the meeting, but he wanted to do a TV show with me. And the concept was it was about celebrity dog walkers, but he didn't want to walking the dog. He just wanted them talking about walking the dog. And then I said, well, it sounds like kind of a way out idea. And then he says to me, by the way, how did you get my number? And I said, you called me.
He might be on the spectrum.
He was a genius. He was,
Yeah.
but he was what we would call like socially inadept. He wasn't
Right.
right.
On the spectrum.
Yeah, perhaps he was, but he was a genius. I mean, he could have been like
on the
a
spectrum.
nuclear. Yeah, he's on the spectrum.
I love you. I love you so much. It's so great.
Donnie Hass will be the featured star along with MC Lorenzo Clark. Donnie's a fashion model turned Playboy model.
Playman model.
You were a Playboy model. Were you a
Yeah.
centerfold?
Actually, when I was with Playboy models, they had an agency, Playboy model agency.
So you weren't naked?
I was naked in Japan.
Well, there's a title right there. Naked in Japan. So was Cheap Trick, I think.
Playboy Japan, and when I did it, the pubic hair was illegal.
Wow, how about them out
Well, I think it still is.
Now they just eliminated it.
Oh, in Japan. Yeah.
Things you learn on Vegas Nonstop.
Yeah.
Well, what does that have to do with anything? So you had to shave your
Well, I did a movie there, and they did an editorial on me.
with Paul Rodriguez?
And no, Paul Rodriguez was
The other movie.
Actually, way before the Playboy thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought, you know what? Taking off my clothes was way more money than comedy. Yeah. So
And
now
it took you
that
a while to figure that out.
well, now that I'm old, now taking off my clothes is not any money compared to comedy.
Yeah.
So that's
Now they pay you to put them on.
Here.
She used to be a 38 double D, now she's a 42 long.
Oh, exactly. How did you know? Oh.
Gravity's a
My
bitch,
doctors are not.
You need to
What
get
do you call it?
professor.
Professor.
All right,
I'm
professor.
trying to look smart.
And then let's talk about Donnie a little bit. You were a human target. You were explaining before the show.
Yeah.
You put an apple on your head. Or?
You remember the world champion archer Bob
I
Mark?
thought I was talking.
There you go.
No, I'm just filling it in.
Well, no, he doesn't know.
You two are married. I really think.
Well, we're together. We're together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week,
Well,
but
isn't that
we are
married?
not together. Oh, no.
it doesn't
We're
sound
a
like
woke couple.
I would like to say this might be a toxic relationship.
We need Enoch.
I think you're the perfect mediator for these two.
Yeah, I think he's great. I think he's a perfect. I'm in the middle of getting gorgeous.
In the kitchen, we have another bottle of Alien
Yeah,
Tequila.
we're not drinking.
An
that.
abduction in every glass.
There's an abduction in every bottle. Well,
In every glass.
but maybe it's in every glass too.
Okay, so who talked you into being a
Human
archery-
target.
a human target?
No, it was a 10-year contract. He had a 10-year contract.
To shoot an arrow?
Yes.
He had a contract.
No, and we traveled the world, went to places like
Japan.
New Zealand, Australia, China, Japan, Venezuela, like all these countries I didn't go when I was a model because I was really over
And was there any
downtown
problem with
Los
pubic hair in
Angeles.
any of the other
I'm
countries?
trying to be funny and you keep jumping my line. Jonathan.
We'll take it again. Venezuela.
Let's go forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No, Tip, but tell him about the first time
Did
you
he
got
ever
the apple
miss?
shot off your head.
Oh, okay, so the first time I did a rehearsal with Bob Marker, he shot the apple off my head and I was so scared and he stood over me and he said, this is no magic show. And then I go, can we please do it again? He goes, why? I go,
your feet? I see some of these people.
No.
Have you ever seen
No.
Sylvia?
Yes.
She is.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, that show is crazy.
Yeah.
Bob Markwood was,
But she makes that show.
Yeah.
Bob Markwood was the very first human being to shoot an arrow at a human being.
That's not true.
Was that William
Yeah,
Tell?
William Tell.
No,
First of all, also I'd like to tell you,
There's a whole overture.
like the Sumerians were shooting bows and arrows.
Right, right,
No,
right. We're
but
talking
as
about as a
entertainment.
vaudeville.
Entertainment
Or
for
sorry, as a
those-
variety act.
Literally,
Yeah.
that's why we have bows and arrows.
I'm going to start enforcing the radio rules where we have to raise our hand. I'm going to start
How
with
about the
Lorenzo.
talking, let's grab the talking stick.
Donnie and Lorenzo present their award-winning act, Brad and Barbie Hoover, the suckiest act in magic.
That's right.
What's the award that you won?
That's the spoof of it. Funniest magic act of the year.
From who?
That's a comedy.
From the World Magicians Society.
Oh, really?
Well, what's the act? What's the act? What's the
Let me guess who the
Barbie?
members are.
But how's it different than your regular act?
Right, so it's just a skit. If you remember, I did it on the Jerry Lewis telethon. As a matter of fact, if you Google Jerry,
Billions of dollars.
Jerry, Billions with a B. That's right, Jerry. And so if you go Jerry Lewis telethon, Lorenzo Clark, Suckiest Act in Magic, you'll see me do the original version of Brad Hoover, the Suckiest Act in Magic, and then we've updated that, including Donnie, and now it's Brad and Barbie Hoover, the Suckiest Act in Magic.
Brad got married, not Lorenzo.
Yeah, right. The Suckiest Act in Magic.
Donnie and Lorenzo
Yeah.
didn't get married. Brad and Barbie Hoover did.
That's right.
I kind of have to reference Carl Valentine, the great Valentine.
The Great Valentine, yes.
Was it kind of like that?
Yes, certainly it's a spoof of a magic act, like Valentine's.
Isn't that used to doing it these days?
So yes, he does a spoof of a magic act. That's the whole show what he does. Yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, but I did is just a bit.
Again, we're coming to you from the Ahern Luxury Boutique Hotel. I got
Some
all
of the
four
best
those
comedy
words.
stars, stand up and television.
And great restaurants. And we were
I had
supposed
Neil
to.
Diamond impersonator show 3 days a week.
And Rondell Sheridan tonight and tomorrow night. And because Rondell was supposed to be here, we play a game called Truth or Brown Sugar. And Enoch, I think if you're ready, I think it's time to play the game.
Yes, brown sugar, of course, stands for BS.
Yes, bullshit.
You can even say bullshit.
Bullshit.
Is it time to play the game?
Yeah,
I
we're
think
gonna play the
I think
game.
it's time to
No,
play.
no,
Time to play the game.
There's also a Motown brunch.
I'm
That's right.
featuring tonight in the Ahern Hotel in the A-Star Comedy Show.
You know, she's been having an arrow shot at her for 20 years. And tonight, they might not miss.
The suckiest act of magic. Model turned Playboy
Yeah,
model.
no, we lost Bob a couple years ago. He passed on the great one.
I already got shot right now.
Some
The irony.
some chick with a crossbow.
That's it around here. You could heard Sylvia. We call it
Sylvia,
that's-
Sylvia, I don't know any of that.
Uh,
Rules of the game.
Rule game. So we play a game called Truth or Brown Sugar. You must answer. If you believe the statement to be true, you will say true. If you believe it to be false, you will say brown sugar.
Oh, I can't see that.
I'm good.
Can't read anyway.
Now,
She's a model. They're not supposed to read.
These are not opinions. These are empirical facts. You can advocate for your position if you believe me to be in error. But at the end of the day, I'm the ultimate arbiter of what is truth and what is brown sugar. Are you ready to play?
Yes, we are.
Let's do it.
That's a rating. This
You are
Let's.
Did you ever watch that?
Let's pull them up.
Yeah, I'm 39.
I loved that story very well. It was.
That's so great.
It's the future I can see. That's so. And you know that's the Raven singing.
Oh, really?
Eddie does the rap, and Chelsea does the That's the Raven, and then you go Raven's doing the play part.
Raven
I
Simone.
learned that tonight.
Yes.
Simone, yes, Raven Simone, as we learned, which we were pronouncing it wrong, but she was pronouncing it wrong.
She came to the Magic Castle one night, saw my show. She loved it. So shout out to Raven.
We corrected you that it was
I'm sure
Simone.
she does. And then her Raven Sommelier.
Who was previously
But
on
he
the
is-
Cosby?
but he is a wine expert, and if you ask him about tequila, he will recommend Alien
Rondo?
tequila. No, the
If he's a wine expert, he's
He's a
allowed to
sommelier.
say something like, oh, this wine.
Stop whining. First question, please.
So, that's a Raven. So obviously Disney Channel show. Did you ever watch it?
Never.
Oh, you watched it.
Well, maybe.
What about you,
I may have.
Lorenzo?
a couple of times.
I watched Cosby.
Yes, that's where she got her start.
I just wanted to say Cosby. He really.
And she was at the same time as that Little Miss Vaughn or something. Remember who was on Star Search?
Oh,
That was
yeah,
on the set? And then she ended up
yeah.
on 227.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I clearly did not have friends as a child. I don't know what happened as a result.
But you found friends on the Disney Channel.
I did.
Who's the leader of the
I
club?
had parasocial relationships.
M-I-C-K-E-Y.
Here we go. This is so fun about Rondell Sheridan. Why are you?
Oh, thanks a
And
lot.
then I like brought my That's Her Raven doll. I brought my Game Boy, which has my That's Her Raven Game Boy game.
I'm the Rondell Sheridan standard.
Well, you see, just see him tonight.
Did you make her darker?
Yeah, Abby was going to do his
This is
baseball.
him if he was a girl.
He's much taller.
You get in trouble these days. Maybe
All right, the main character was originally named Dawn Baxter, and the show was entitled "The Future Is on Me."
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
I don't know. I feel like that's true.
It is true. And then they were going to call. Then they changed their name to Rose Baxter, and they were going to call it Absolutely Psychic or something. I think sounds actually great. Absolutely Psychic. But then once they realized they could have Raymond in the role, they sort of rewrote it for her and stuff. Raymond, the character's middle name is Ophelia. Truth or brown sugar?
True.
Sure.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar. Actually, Lydia Baxter. Chelsea's middle name is Ophelia.
Lydia, oh Lydia, so have you met Lydia? Lydia the top.
Good lady.
She watched it.
Lydia.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not like an average watcher.
You're fly.
You're that so Reagan.
Why don't Cecilia sing that?
Say the way you get the way.
There's support groups for that now. In the third season, the mother left the show to study law in India. Truth or brown
Brown sugar.
I think that's true.
It's true.
Ladies,
I'm gonna say brown sugar. Or, I don't even, wait.
I think you should sit down while you're doing this.
All right. Brown sugar.
It is brown sugar. Because she actually went to England to study law. But the real twist is the actress, her mother had Alzheimer's, and she took a turn for the worse, and so the actress left the show to go be with her mother. She was her primary caregiver, so they wrote her off to say that she was studying. It was one of those, did you ever watch the Melrose Place season, premiere, when, one of the characters leaves in the summer and they didn't know she was going to be an actor? So literally, no, it was Daphne Zuniga. So literally,
Daphne
Right
Zuniga.
with the glasses.
Oh, yeah, and Daphne Zuniga went to UCLA with me, so
Shut
shout
up.
out to Daphne Zuniga.
My
We
friend
love
Mark
that.
Kennedy was a
Car.
doctor on Mobile Place.
So Matt, the gay character, was all hopped up on
Friends
drugs.
bar.
And so someone's like, "Where's Daphne Zuniga's character, Joe? Like, where's Joe?" And he's like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, she moved to Bulgaria." Never heard from her again.
It's in the Olympics.
Moved to Bulgaria.
Oh, did I not mention? Sorry, I'm all hopped up on drugs.
Next question, please.
Raven's school is named Bayview High and uses the same set as Saved by the Bell's Bayview High.
I'm going to say true. I'm going to say true.
Wow, I would say brown sugar.
True.
Sure.
True. Killing it.
I got it too.
Yeah. Very
You ever hear the Dennis Haskins story from Saved by the Bell, right?
What?
Dennis Haskins. Yeah. Who's that?
The State Farm
This
guy.
guy used to hang out at Dimples. And we got a picture with Sandra and Dennis Haskins.
I never met him.
He played the principal.
You're in good
Oh,
hands.
or you didn't meet him. But Dennis Haskins.
You tell him.
There was a bar restaurant in across from NBC in Burbank, California called Dimples. Beautiful downtown Burbank. And they did. It was one of the first places to do karaoke every night.
And you get a
And you
cassette
get your
tape.
own demo tape.
I thought the first place was in Japan, but go ahead.
Well, yeah. Karaoke. It means drunken businessman.
Where you can't have pubic hair.
Yeah, exactly. It means pubic hair is nothing. Yeah. Anyway, Dennis Haskins used to hang out there, and all the cast members of Saved by the Bell would show up on various nights. And
Mario Lopez?
And Mario Lopez. And Ed Alonzo, who's a good friend of mine, who's a great comedy magician, who played Max on the show. Okay, he and I hung out there. We hung out with Mr. Belding, Dennis Haskins, and Sandra got to sing with him. Anyway, that's a little digression. Let's go back to.
Were they at Hollywood's first?
That's a good story.
That's a good story.
Next question,
And we need
please.
the writer's embellishment. Yeah, I know what happened.
It would have been a right good story, but it was the right girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, that's where you made the mistake.
You two kids.
This is the kind of conversation you guys have there.
But Dr. Bruce is not with us.
Next question, please.
What was she thinking?
That's So Raven was the first Disney Channel show to get a spin-off and the first to make it to 100 episodes. True.
Brown sugar.
True.
I go with Hannah Montana.
Brown sugar.
That's where Raven was beforehand.
Yeah, I was going to say Raven.
And was the first show. You know, they used to have, I guess, 65 or 52. They just
Oh, I
wanted to
think
get.
it was the first show.
Really? That's the Raven was before Hannah Montana?
Yeah.
No kidding.
And but they had a rule of only 65 episodes or whatever.
You needed
That's all
100 to
you
go
need
to
for
syndication.
Well, 65 to get syndication. And so they would just stop it because that's all they wanted was to show get syndication. But that's where Raven was so popular. Yeah, and Hannah Montana is the longest running. And have the most episodes. But Raven also had like 3. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
The Baxters live next door to the Tanners. Truth or Friendship?
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
Full house.
I feel like they did a crossover episode.
Whatever they did, but it's
Spanish Rushers.
But they do live in San Francisco. They all like that. San Francisco. Disney India did a very successful version of the show called Palak Bhi Shakal.
Brown sugar.
Gotta be true.
I don't think there is a Disney India.
Wow.
There's got to be.
Racist much?
Yeah.
Apparently you've never been on the It's a Small World ride.
People are in India?
Well, that's another question. How many people are in
A
India?
lot.
Oh, I know that. I never heard of the Disney India.
Okay, it's a trick question. There was a version of the show done in India called Palak Bhi Shakal, but it was not successful. Are we ready one here? Name Anne-Marie Johnson's character. This was Rondell. This was all for you.
Tootie.
No, wow.
Judy.
That is first of all, Miss
Shout
Kim Fields.
out to Kim Fields, Mindy
Yes.
Cohen, and all the kids over there.
And John Stamos.
Stamos was a different show, yeah.
No, what show?
They're
What
all
show?
interchangeable.
All the kids over what show? What show?
Different strokes.
Facts of Life.
Facts of Life. Facts of Life. Because
Facts of Life.
Danny Scott played Hal on Facts of Life, who was
You
Joe's
didn't know
boyfriend,
the show.
and that was Nancy McKinnon's.
You didn't know
who
the
was-
show.
I was joking around.
So Anne-Marie Johnson played Donna Kamana, which was a takeoff on Dolce & Gabbana, the Shirani designer. And Anne-Marie Johnson is one of my favorite actors. That
She was
woman
great.
has been
She was
working
great. Absolutely.
since the dawn of time. She was in Heat of the Night. She was in, like, made a spec. She was on Melrose Place for a while. She did this great show called, remember Double Trouble with the Twins?
Yes.
Yep.
When they moved to New York, and one of them got a fashion job, she played this like, my mama always told me, she was from the island or something, and she would always have a story like, my mama always told me never eat your fish with your back foot or whatever. So I'm very big fan of Anne-Marie Johnson. I went to ask Rondell about Anne-Marie, but apparently someone's charging her car.
Those EV, electric vehicles.
Now you're just making what's his name right. There's a hidden Hannah Montana backdoor pilot, and that's so real.
Brown sugar.
Sure. Yeah, the idea was this little kid who was a star who just wanted a normal life, and they eventually reworked that into Hannah Montana.
Well,
Because I don't know if you know this, the story of Hannah Montana.
I mean,
Best of both worlds.
when she was young,
Yes, that's when she was Hannah Montana.
when she was young.
Miley
She was
Cyrus.
young.
Plus her heart, Miley Cyrus, really has
Yeah.
made a career for herself.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley, if you're out there, we love you.
Shout out to Miley.
Shout out to Miley. Get in the pot. How much down below?
Viral flower.
Came in on a wrecking ball. I like her.
Vegas Golden Knights are the best team ever. True.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Alien Tequila is the best tequila ever.
Yes.
And abduction in every
And every
case.
Fun
Every
question.
case.
Fun. There was a Game Boy game of That's the Raven that I actually played.
Yeah, you just said it's right
I
there.
bet you did right there. Look at
It's
that.
right here.
It's true.
I didn't charge my Game Boy.
And then you said, "Sit on it, Potsy."
But you want to know the plot of the That's the Raven game?
Yeah.
You're in the school and pages of her diary have been scattered throughout the school.
Oh, no.
And you have to like go up to different rooms and stuff, and then things happen.
It's the paper chase,
Or something like that.
or something like that.
And that's how we play Truth and Brown Sugar. That's
Love
how
it.
we do
Well, that was fun.
And
That was fun.
You know what's funny?
everybody.
I brought my That's the Raven doll.
Look at that. Put their
Enoch Augustus got zombie roulette.
Wait, there's
You're
something
not
more
done,
story.
okay.
Look, so I had to get her out of storage today because again, I thought my doll was going to be here.
Yeah,
Okay.
so did Brendel.
So I got my doll out of storage. But look, something happened while she was in storage.
She was at the Disney in
That's
India.
Wednesday.
She was
Her
at
third eye, I was
she was at the Disney in India.
Yeah,
and they
Disney
put
in
a-
India. Wow.
Yeah.
This is the Indian. Wow.
Hey, Jonathan.
Yes.
Abby, let Abby May talk about my face.
Okay, talk about her face before we wrap this baby up.
Abby May Beauty, hit it.
Hey, hit it.
ABBIE.
ABIE Beauty. We're a mobile luxury beauty company here in Las Vegas. Yeah.
What's the website?
AbbeyMayBeauty.com. And you can book online. You can also buy the makeup here that I'm using on there.
So you have your own makeup line, and you do hair and makeup as well?
I do hair, makeup, spray
Now it's
tan.
mobile
We have a
grooming.
team.
It's
Yeah.
a mobile grooming like with the dogs.
No, but we have.
How about archery?
Like if you were gonna have a wedding at the
Like if
Ahern
you're gonna have a
Hotel.
wedding
Yes,
at
at
Ahern,
Ahern
she's
Hotel.
gonna be in charge of the wedding department at Ahern.
Yeah, so we come mobily, so we'll come to the Ahern to take care of you or any other hotel. Like,
Or any other hotel?
yeah, we
Right,
have.
but
no,
our
but
favorite
no,
is the
but our
Ahern.
favorite is the Ahern.
That's right.
I know.
That's right. And we have beautiful space for weddings here.
Green
And-
like that,
and you can
green
do-
like that.
Yeah, beautiful space for weddings here at the Ahern Hotel.
How long have
And,
you been doing it?
and you can do the whole. You can do the rehearsal dinner, the ceremony, the reception, and the honeymoon, all right here at
With
the Ahern
Abby May
Hotel.
Beauty.
You can even buy out the whole hotel.
You can.
But
buy-
if you have questions, send an email at news1lasvegas@gmail.com. Alien Tequila, I want to thank Abby May. I want to thank Johnny House for appearing tonight.
And you
Enoch,
see
and
Ron Bell
Scott.
on the I-15.
That's right. That's right.
Great, Lorenzo
Let him go
Clark.
through. Let him go through.
Thank
All
you,
right.
George Harrison. Thank you, everybody, for
Bye,
tuning in.
guys. Thank
Next
you.
week, I hope we do Hogan's Heroes.
That's right.
Because that's Lorenzo's
That's
favorite.
right. And Bob Gelb kind of looks like Major Hochstetter. So anything can happen.
Yeah, but not with Lorenzo. Well, maybe we will, maybe we won't. Ryan Ahern, September 1st here at the Ahern. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Get your
Caring is
tickets now.
sharing. Go to Eventbrite, buy any of the comedy shows, great shows. Book a dinner here with Chef Joel. You won't be disappointed.
Joel's
It's the
Shop
best.
House, 5 stars, baby.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Come tonight,
Thanks.
8 p.m.
Yes, exactly. Good night.
Good night.